Getting ready. Ah, there we go. Hello, Hacksters! A long-awaited day has arrived. We have received the Open Hardware Summit 2020 swag bag. This has been a long time coming, and because of everything that you know is going on, it seems like we have a little lag, but I think we'll deal. So yes, it's important to note, first off, that tickets for the 2021 Open Hardware Summit are now open, which you can find in the links in the description below. Yes, here we go. So just go to... I've got the wrong thing open. There we go. 2021.oshawa.org/tickets, or just go check out the whole thing at 2021.oshawa.org. You will find a link to tickets on Eventbrite. There are a number of different ticket tiers available. You need to purchase yours by March 25th in order to ensure that your goodie bag arrives on time. And you do want these goodie bags. They are amazing, as we are about to see. There are a number of different tiers, as I mentioned. There is a $20 tier if you are a student or on limited income. There's a standard ticket plus an Oshawa membership for a year. Standard ticket is $80 just to attend the summit. And then you can also support Ada Lovelace grants if you happen to, for example, I suggest if a company is paying your way to attend the summit that you purchase one of these backer tickets, because that enables more people to join who don't necessarily have that backing, and that's good for everyone. We get to hang out with lots more cool people, which is very exciting for me. Someone commenting about my hair color. I don't care what you think about my hair color or which one looks better. So anyway, we've got this beautiful bag. I mentioned recently on Twitter that I had this t-shirt from NXP and that I don't often wear swag, but when I do, I prefer gold on black. And this has the same thing going on. You've got that beautiful gold ink on black fabric. Oh, it's their 10th anniversary. This actually reminds me of the teardown visuals from about a year ago. Here is information on the virtual Oshawa Open Hardware Summit 2021 with the link that I just pulled up. It's the first link in the description below. Go check it out if you want to attend the 2021 Open Hardware Summit. And again, those ticket sales close by March 25th if you want to receive the swag bag. So first up, we have a Make magazine, which is... This is so ironic. This is the spring 2020 issue from before we all went into lockdown. So that's kind of hilarious to me. But also, it deals with some issues that are really near and dear to my heart, which is how to keep yourself private and secure while being able to participate in modern life with technology. And so there's all sorts of stuff on like how to do roll your own smart home assistant with Mycroft and things like that, how to prevent facial recognition, safe smart home automation, all kinds of cool stuff. Private no cloud IoT server, yes please. More cool. This is just packed with cool stuff. There's someone who does cool cosplay stuff, open source voice for makers. Yes. Oh, I love this. Mushrooms on your Google Home? Why not? Convert a bike to an electric bike. Great. We have, of course, the Hackster Beanie, which is a one-time only... I can't put this on over my headphones. It'll be a pain and it'll mess up my hair. But check it out. We made a custom beanie for the Open Hardware Summit last year, and it looks great. I can't wait to wear this. It's fleece-lined. Very nice. It's starting to warm up here. It's pretty warm in San Francisco right now, but I know that in some places it's still super cold. We have a number of things. Let's get this. Let's show the desk here because it's getting intense. Ooh, yeah. Couple of notebooks, the prepared.org. This happens to be a newsletter / apparently podcast and maybe some other things about starting your own business, maybe hardware business. .grid notebook, my fave. This will be a great little notebook. DigiKey has given us another grid notebook. This one is a very faint sort of square grid. Also very nice how subtle that is. You know, I love the old school maker notebooks that Gareth Branwyn and a few other people put together. And those are really wonderful and work really nicely with fancy pens. This feels like it's good paper too, but I do love the dot grids over the square grids, you know? But those are really nice. We've got a sticker from Christina Sear, who does the circle phone, one of the only round phones that you'll see around. I know there's a bunch more stickers and things in here, so let's check it out. I'm just gonna take this all out so we can take a look, because I don't want to miss anything. I know there's a really cool ruler in here, which is one of my favorite things. So we'll take a look at how that stacks up against a couple of others. Okay, so from OpenBCI, we have a little squishy brain. I've got a growing collection of these. I think I have like 4 of these by now. I love it. I've given some of them away too. Here's the OpenBCI sticker. So this is for brain-computer interfaces. That's why it's a brain. It's for controlling stuff with your mind. Awesome. EEG technology for electroencephalograms. Open source stories. An original series by Red Hat. Hello Blink Show, which is run by our friend Sean Himmel and company. We'll bring up the link for that, as well as you can find it in the description below. IEEE, open source. A platform that empowers. Fantastic. Very large, not particularly beautiful. I probably wouldn't put this sticker anywhere, but if you're a fan of IEEE, it's still a pretty cool sticker, and I can't argue with the color choice. Oshpark! $20 coupon code. Please don't use mine. For you and for KiCad. I've just this year been getting into KiCad for the first time, like really getting in depth with it, so I can design things like this. Well, actually, so I can design things like, well, we'll talk about that in a second. But this is the perfect time, actually. There's a really cool ruler in here. You're building the future. We help you do it. Who helps you do it? Pinocchio. Get a free sample at pinocchio.com. But they've got all these interesting nerdy things. Let me zoom in on this for you, because it's like, or at least focus in. Yes. So what do we got here? Nerdorama, metric conversions, inches to millimeters, Starfleet insignia guide, chief petty officer, ensign, commander, captain, etc. SI prefixes, you got yada, zeta, exa, etc. Woo, so many. The Voight comp test for telling if you're a replicant or not, or if a friend is, which is great because you can conceal this inside of a book, and then, like, you know, sneakily ask your friends these questions without seeming like you're up to anything. You don't have to use a clipboard anymore. You can't, you know, this doesn't include the hardware that you use to administer the Voight comp tests and, you know, observe their pupil sizes and whatever. But okay, nerdy jokes. Enough of that. Oh yeah, but rulers. I wanted to show. This reminds me of my favorite one by Evil Mad Scientist, which is inches on one side and centimeters on the other. So this is, in my opinion, the grand slam of maker rulers, partly because they've got markings on both sides, so that if you're marking something, trying to measure something that has like a straight edge, you can make sure that you're doing it straight across for very accurate measurements. You've got both types of units. They have little markings for 5 millimeters, as well as this one is a little tough to tell, you know, where the 5 millimeter mark is, which is something that I would ask of people making rulers. And speaking of KiCad, I have to throw in there, I was inspired by Evil Mad Scientist to make my own ruler out of PCB material using Oshpark's After Dark service, which is just beautiful. You can see this monarch butterfly that they've made, which has, let's dig this out actually. So the way that After Dark works is that it's a black PCB substrate, as you can tell by looking at the edge, with clear solder mask over copper, which is how you get this beautiful coppery color. And then any exposed copper is coated in gold with the ENIG process, immersion gold. And so that's how you get this color variation. Whoa, look at this. They've actually also eliminated the solder mask on part of it so that you get a darker matte black. That's incredible. Oh, who made this? Contextual Electronics. Oh, this has got to be Chris Gamble. It's got a little KiCad matte thingamajig going on there in New York City. Getting to Blinky. Getting to Blinky is a series by Chris Gamble of Contextual Electronics, which is all about getting started with KiCad. So this is beautiful. And it comes with its own components that you can use to start it blinking. Is that a tiny at tiny? 85? That's my guess, but I'm not totally sure. I'm sure that has documentation online that you can look up. Very beautiful. Wow. So these are not part of it. This is part of it, this beautiful roller from Pinocchio. It's very heavy duty too. Pinocchio like helps you with 3D fabrication, including parts that are like laser cut or 3D printed or whatever. So check that out. This might, my guess is that this might be water jet cut. Well, it's very clean. Could be routed. You've got a little artifact here. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. We have a bunch of wonderful square Lego LEDs. These, I've seen some of these before. I think usually maybe they come from Evil Mad Scientist. Does it say who these are from, or is it just from the Open Hardware Association? I don't know. Oshawa might just be providing these, but they remind me of some cool LEDs I've seen from Evil Mad Scientist. Cool. I'll have to see if those can actually hold Lego objects. Then we have, well, I love this actually. This is something that I had come up with myself, but never actually implemented. This idea of a flex PCB that's a battery tester. So it can clip around a AA or AAA battery, and you can solder on a little LED and resistor, and then you'll be able to tell if it's a good battery or not. So good. And it's just a little strip of flex PCB, which is something that OshPark also does. Test 1.5 to 3.7 volts. So you can actually test coin cell batteries as well as AA and AAA and whatever. Everything up to 3.7, which means that you could do a LiPo as well. You, of course, want to vary the LED or resistor based on what power you're testing. So you've heard of DIY. Here's YDY, which is you do you. Lapel pin. That's very cute. From open source Scan Me. I think it's from Screaming Circuits, yes, who also paid for the shipping, I believe. Thank you, Screaming Circuits. In fact, I ripped this sticker off of the outside, so yes, thank you to Screaming Circuits for covering our shipping costs. Very much appreciated. Otherwise, I wouldn't be showing this to you right now. You've got a power switch. What's going on here? Bunch of these are already soldered on, actually. Oh, I don't even have to do anything here. Oh, look at that. Look at it go. Well, that's extremely cute. I love wearables with on-off switches. As you know, if you watch this channel with any frequency, you can attach this to yourself in various ways. You can reprogram it. Beautiful. Is that FTDI maybe? Not sure. Oh, ICSP. Interesting. And what kind of a chip is this? This is a PIC 18F. Something. Oh yeah. It says PIC 18LF. Let's focus in on this for a second because it's very cute. You've got your Screaming Circuits logo. You've got PIC 18LF 4XK22. I2C address is 0x1C, I think. Ha, look how cute! This is so cool! I wonder why that diode orientation symbol is on there. Like, what is that? Is that like a little test point, maybe? Oh, there's another one over here. Interesting. Well, I'll have to stare at that some more later on. Ha! Look how cool it is! Very neat. Very cool. That's how cool it is. All right, now on to what I suspect will be the star of the show. Hopefully I have enough time left. Yeah, we got about 10 minutes. All right, so this is what I've waited for an entire year for. Literally, actually, Open Hardware Summit was the first event that I decided not to go to because of COVID. So it's quite a moment for me. Sparkfun Electronics, beautiful sticker. Okay, so, oh, another one of these wonderful little screwdrivers. I actually have another one of these right here. I'm sure everyone has like a few of these around of various types. But yeah, Sparkfun Screwdriver. I love this. I use it all the time. It's got, this is not what I was waiting a year for, but you've got flathead and Phillips. So don't neglect to notice that you can do both with this. Very nice. It's just a great little screwdriver, and it's just pointy enough and small enough that you can do many standard screws. Yeah, it's just sturdy. You're not going to lose the bits because there's only two of them and they're both in one piece. It's great. Okay, so, but here's the star of the show. Okay, this is the Open Hardware Summit 2020 badge, which is partially based on the Cardio, which was the badge from CCC, Chaos Communication Camp 2019, so a couple of years ago. And, oh, got it upside down. This is a wonderful little device. Do I have it charged, actually? Yes. Okay. With a bunch of little light up LEDs and stuff. But as you can see, it's a double layer, or not a double layer. It's two separate PCBs that are joined together, and it does some cool stuff, including heart rate measurement. And we'll dive into that in just a second, actually. You can write your own apps for it. It's super cool. You do it in Python. So this is apparently the 100th. Is it like the 100th? Open hardware certified board? That can't be right because there've been a ton of those. But anyway, well, it's open source and it has a ton of cool stuff, including its own Discord. So Open Hardware Summit have their own Discord that you can join, and there is a channel on there for talking specifically about this badge, which is very active right now as these just got shipped out. So if you're interested in it, I especially recommend checking that out. But also you can look in the description below for a bunch of links pertaining to this. You can see it's not just a good screwdriver, it's great for other stuff too. When I'm too impatient to dig out a pair of scissors. Oh good, it does come with a LiPo battery. That's splendid. You've got little spots to attach a strap. You attach them together with these little nylon bolts. Cool. Curious to see how exactly it goes on. We've got what looks like a little, is that a MEMS microphone? Maybe. We've got a couple of input buttons. Oh no, here's a microphone. This might be like an ambient light sensor or something. There is a gesture sensor on here, actually. Let's just take a look at documentation and then we'll do a close-up on here. So, as I mentioned before, there was a notebook in this swag bag from last year from the prepared.org, a newsletter, podcast, and network for people working on real problems in the physical world, managed by Spencer Wright. Also mentioned Hello Blink Show, we gave a sticker. All kinds of stuff about starting your own company, especially focused on hardware with our friend Sean Himmel and his friend Harris Kenny. I assume they're friends. They have to do a podcast together anyway. Oh yeah, and since we're talking about starting your own hardware business, I recommend our most recent Hackster Cafe feature, Sean Cross, aka Zobs, who's done a lot of work on the Tomu, Fomu, Bomu, etc. Boards, which the Quomu is on Crowd Supply now. You should check it out. And also Quab and Adjaman, both of these guys had a ton of stuff to say about running your own hardware business. And so if you're interested in that, check out Hello Blink, check out The Prepared, and also be sure to stay tuned to Hackster Cafe every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And we'll have more on that. And then the Circle phone from Christina Sear, the only circular phone I've really ever seen. You can make ones out of like the seed rephone kits and stuff, but this one is a circle by design. Very cool. Okay, so the Open Hardware Summit 2020 badge, Wristwatch Form Factor Conference badge, features a Rigato BMD 340 featuring a Nordic NRF 52840 chip. You've got a 1.54-inch LCD, 4 user buttons. 4 user buttons. Oh, there's one under the sticker, of course. One under the screen protector. BME 680 temperature sensor and humidity temperature, pressure, and humidity sensor. Gesture sensor, which I think might be that little one that I was looking at, the U7 maybe. A 9 degree of freedom IMU, so you've got 3-axis accelerometer, magnetometer, and gyroscope. Little microphone on there, which does seem to be attached. You've got a Sparkfun quick connector and a LiPo charger. Oh hooray, it has a built-in charging circuit, so you don't have to worry about disconnecting the battery, charging it, and reconnecting it, which is just lovely. Look at these beautiful photos. Oh wow, cool. Lots of cool stuff here. You can download CircuitPython for it. There's a specific version of CircuitPython that you can get for it. CircuitPython 6.1.0 is the latest stable release of CircuitPython that will work with this particular badge. Start here if you're new to CircuitPython. Otherwise, you may check out, if you're familiar with CircuitPython, you can probably do whatever you like. And then also note that on this page, go back to the project page. Okay, here. You can join the Discord. Look for the badge hacking channel. Also, if you're looking at just the Open Hardware Summit page, they also have links to the Discord for Open Hardware Summit in general. And then there's also a badge hacking channel. So you can just find that link around. Honestly, I lost this link for a second. I just Googled Open Hardware Summit Discord and found it very easy. So, yeah, looks like there's 4 buttons on here once you peel back the screen protector. And let's see how this goes together. Do they have any clues for which direction things go? It probably doesn't matter. Actually, this back PCB seems to be only a mount for the LiPo and a protector for it. It otherwise is just a double-sided PCB that appears to be identical on both sides, actually. Doop, 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 doop. With our QR code. I wonder if that's for the CircuitPython code. Designed by Alex Camilo and Michael Welling with help from Anul Mahidaria and Drew Festini. And then you can find OSHWA Oshawa badge 2020.github.io for more information. Let's give you a little zoom in on that. So it looks like we don't actually have to worry too much about which direction we attach these 2 things together, except for that, which way does the strap go and which way do you want the screen to face. I'm not sure which way it actually is facing. If the connector is over there, I guess we'll find out. Well, the text is oriented this way up, so I'm going to do it like this. Oh, wait, no. Haha, I see. It's actually a clue already on there based on how the battery is oriented relative to the connector. So let's just do that. Actually, let's attach it all together first using my spanking new screwdriver from Sparkfun. Mine doesn't seem to want to go in the other way, but luckily enough, I have this previous one. Oh no, it's flathead. Okay. So little nylon standoffs. A nice thing about this one is that all the standoffs are nylon. On the cardio badge, that was sort of an inspiration and a slight reference for this one, you had to make sure, like, there was 1 nylon standoff and 3 not nylon, maybe metal ones. So, because they were using them as electrical connections. I'm so bad at doing flathead. Come on. How did people do this? How do you do that? I guess you learn methods of coping. And while I'm doing this, let's take a look at some of the comments. Great beanie. Yes, thank you, Yanni. I'm very excited about the beanie. It's good colors. It's got our logo on it. What more could one possibly ask? Actually, I know what more one could ask. We have some lapel pins featuring Archimedes, Hackster.io logo, lapel pins and stuff. And I've actually put an Archimedes lapel pin on my personal beanie that I had before. So that's a good way to jazz them up. You know what would be cooler? That would be cooler as PCB art of the ruler. Well, okay, A, I commend you on your rhyming skills, but B, I'm not quite sure what you mean as could be cooler as PCB art on the ruler. Oh, I was going to show you my own art PCB ruler, actually. So I was inspired by Evil Mad Scientist to make my own one using these old public domain designs. And this is also using Osh Park's After Dark system, where you can see the copper is underneath this clear solder mask on here. And these are some open source or public domain designs from a series called Quarles' Emblems from back in the day. You can find lots of old public domain art. And so this one has numbers on only one side, but it has 5mm markings on both sides. I didn't do inches, but anyway, if you're interested in rulers, there's lots of good stuff out there. And then people just showing appreciation. Hooray! Okay, so 2 of these is enough, I think. Oh, should I have attached this first? I probably should have. Let's see if I can sort of wrangle it under there. Might be a bit of a stretch. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad I only put 2 screws in because I'm not gonna undo them now so that I can connect the battery. And in fact, we are just about out of time, so let me do this really fast. I have 1 minute to go. Race against time! This is why I should never put the screws in first. Always do the electrical connections first. Good for future reference. Well, if I go over time, we'll just have a little bit of background noise for a second. But let me see if I can get this connected for us. Ah! Oh. Other way up. Okay. Go in there. Oh, there we are. Okay. 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 Oh, we have positive function. We have a QR code and a little startup screen. That's so exciting. Let's see if I can see where it goes. Well, I do not have my phone on me. Someone in the comments scan this really quick and tell me what it is. Anyway, if you want to find out more, this is probably actually just the page for the badge itself, which you can also find at oshwabadge2020.github.io. It is time for me to go. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Be sure to sign up for Open Hardware Summit 2021 at the links below, and we will see you there. All right, hack on.